Welcome to Lost in the Lakes, where you get brews, reviews, but best of all, views. So today, we're on a bike, and I've got my rucksack. We're going to go kind of bike packing. I've got this little fold-away bike. The plan is to take it to the bottom of the mountain, hide it somewhere. I've got a little camo net, and yeah, go on up and camp at the top. So this little foldy bike's electric. It's an Astali E16, I think it's called it. Oh, so it's a 16-inch wheel bike, much like a Brompton, but it's electric. And as you can see, we've had some great weather. A bit red from the walk I did yesterday. Okay, this is Greatwood car park. Now we've got to find a stealthy little place where I can dump this bike and get it folded up, camo netted, hopefully hidden away. Right, I do believe that's the path up that takes you up to Catgill. I'm just going to go a little bit further on. The idea is to get this hidden away from prying eyes. If you're near a path, people might see it. Still quite busy. Okay, this is the one I was thinking of. If anyone wants to see, there's the bike. So it's looking quite camo itself already. So, but we'll get up, get into some woods. I'll drop this backpack off, and then we'll get the camo net out and see if we can get it hidden. Okay, so got this camo net, lay it over the bike. Hopefully that blends it in just a little bit better. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Right, let's hope. So I'm going up early, coming down late. Going up late, going down early. Right, that's hidden. Okay, let's go up and onwards. Okay, so we're just coming up onto the main track now, and as you can see, this path's not well used at all, so hopefully we'll be all right. Yeah, look at this. There's brambles you have to fight your way through. That's good. And here we are at the base of Catgill. Hopefully that'll be far enough off the beaten track for anyone to find. Okay, I suppose you can kind of call that stealth camping. I forgot I still had my helmet on, so I had to run back down and stick it in there. Not when you want it, when it's so hot. It's like 25 degrees today, and I'm wearing pants because, you know, midgie bites and stuff. And I've already been up Blencathra, so coming up to Catgill, the gill itself, and we're going to be taking a left up there. When I was up Blencathra, there was no midges, but there was a bit of wind, but there was still flies flying around. But there was a lot of people there. Even seen a seagull going up there. They obviously know where the food is. So we're going up the opposite side. Just want to jump in there at the minute. Look at that, it's gorgeous. So I was at the mountain festival yesterday, a quick Friday night. Sort of drop in, see what's going on when it's a bit quieter. And I seen this company that I recognised for its gels, Talk. And I had a look and noticed there was some deep freeze dried food. And they were doing it for £26. It worked out about £6 each. And they had samples. So I thought I'd give them a go. Tastes quite nice, so I've grabbed a few. I've got a couple tonight. I'm going to test them out. It's quite new for the company. The company normally makes gels and sort of food, sort of fuels for races and stuff. And this is a new branch that they're trying out. As I've tested quite a few just recently, I thought I might as well give them a go and give them some feedback. Guy seemed pretty spot on, he knew his stuff, he was a food nutrition guy. I was having a good talk with him actually, just about, not in fact the foods, but you know, what your body needs and all this kind of stuff, which is quite interesting. I'm still in the woods, so there's no wind at all. I'm hoping for a little breeze. Okay, just coming up to the top of Catgill. Thinking there's a little bit up there, so we're going to go over that way and have an explore. So go up to Catgill, take a right, cut across the path, and then come down, and we'll have a little explore around there and see what we can find. All along this footpath there's all these little red flags, and if I didn't know, I'd be wondering what they were for, thinking it'd be getting redone as a new path or whatever, but there's a race on. Fell races are fell races, but when you've got people coming from afar that don't really know where they're going, you need some flags up. And you know, especially if it does get misty. Well, looks like I've caught the sun today. Got a bit of a red arms, and I'm one of these that's never had to wear sun cream. But as I'm getting older, whether that thing is getting through the ozone or whether it's just age, I'm gonna have to start putting cream on, I think. I kind of wish I was going up Blueberry, but because I've had a big day today, we're gonna keep low. I don't want to get too tired. There's a rock there. I thought it was a tent at first, but it was on a big slope. I think this is going to be quite a quiet one. That up there, and that little bit there is another two potential camping spots that I was thinking of, just as a quick access. Coming up Catgill, taking a straight beeline for them. Should be great in winter, because you can hide up over the tops. When I first started looking at camping, and obviously the nerves come in, and it was winter time, so I was going to spend 12 hours in a tent. Wasn't sure on my gear and everything like that. This was going to be one of my, what I was looking at for maybe my first camp, and I've only just got round to it, and you're talking nearly 5 months later now. So the first one I did was Latry, just because it was close to home, easy to bail on if I ever needed to. Managed to get through the first night in, to be honest, I think it was the only reason why I got through it was because of my sleeping bag. I was in a really lightweight tent, you know, definitely not a four-season tent, and that tent, you kind of had to, if it was windy, you had to set either the back up to the wind or the front, so you know you're opening the tent up into the wind, which I think probably not brilliant, but anyway, I do prefer the sort of side entrance ones. I like the idea of being able to sort of sit up in your tent and look out at the view. As you can see, the footpath is quite wide at this point. I mean there is a footpath that goes down, but I think there's one further on, but I think you can go on off a bit earlier. There's a little stile there and a gate there. Falcon Crag itself is just beyond that. Just gonna have a little walk around now. We've got a I think this is a cliff. We'll go up to it anyway and look over the edge, see what we've got. Yeah, if this was rock, it would be quite nice. You know, if you want to be a bit more stealthy, you could go down there. You can see the Mountain Festival just starting to kick off. So I want to try and find a pitch that's got a view sort of directly down onto the lake. I was hoping that this will be a nice little level place, but it seems to be not that. And this is at the top of the cliff, so you've got a good drop down there. In fact, last time I was here, I was over here. See if I can find the video, and a mate of mine was jumping off with a parachute. doing a bit of speed flying. And I do believe it was down just off there. Yeah, not my thing, but I like to keep my feet on the ground. Boom. There we go. Getting good at putting these tents up. So new kit for today. We've got the MSR wind burner, 1 litre. We've got these Torque. I thought it said Toro, but it's Torque. Meals, pasta meal. This one's the tomato and basil. And for breakfast in the morning, we've got supercharged banana and mango. It's supposed to be really good. Got one of these little sit mat things as well. I know I've got the Thermarest, but I'm just going to go and sit over there. I think I'll enjoy that view because look at it. Stunning. Got a little seat. Look at that. Gorgeous sunset it's going to be tonight. You can just hear the mountain festival over on the right there. I just wish I could zoom in a bit so you could all see what's going on, what it's really like. You can hear everything up here. You can hear all the birds singing. You can hear people on the lake talking. You can hear the mountain festival, which is just literally way over there. Even though there's a lot of noise, a lot of things going on, it's just in the background. You know what? This is the life. This is what I do this for. You know, sometimes it takes a bit of effort to get up mountains, to get the time to do it, especially when you're self-employed. And to see views like that on your doorstep, well, on my doorstep, there we are. Look at that. Amazing, isn't it? One of the best sunsets in the world. Right, so we've got this new setup. We've got the MSR jet boil equivalent. It's called the MSR wind burner, 1 litre. Now, I thought this thing was broken. You've got to turn this quite a few times for it to actually work. So I thought that the thing wasn't lighting or couldn't hear the gas coming through. And you really have to turn that, but it's quite good because it's for control. Now we have had one failure with this, and that's this cup that sits in the bottom, like that. The failure was, it was wedged on. Now I've seen a YouTuber that's had this same problem, and it was wedged on so much, I didn't have any tools with me or anything. I had to batter it off a rock, and what's happened is it's cracked. This is the first time I've used this, and we have one failure. The other one was just me, just not actually knowing how this works. Right, let's give this a light. Let's see if we can light it. There we go. Because it's still a bit dark, so you can see it, and then you can see that indicator little wire thing there. Right, got it on low. Stick some water in. About half a litre there. Stick it on there. And off we go. So you can hear it really sort of going when that's on it. Love this little separate gas thing, it's really good, works really well. Right, so we're going to try this new Torque Explore pasta meal, supercharged tomato and basil. Instant energy enriched and all this kind of stuff. It's glowing red. Sorry it's a bit dark, but it's dark. So we'll try this pasta out, see what we think. Looks like it's got seeds in it or something. What we got? No mention of seeds. It's maybe where they get the high protein from. Pasta's still not cooked yet. I'm supposed to leave it 10 minutes. It's been about 5 minutes. So I think we'll let that sit down. And I can only just see it in this light. Obviously the camera's a bit better than my eyes. Seal pouch and leave for 10 minutes. So we'll give it another 3 or 4 minutes. In that time I think we'll sit back, have a brew. Right, it's time to try the pasta. Still very seedy. Like I say, it's probably where they get the protein from. It's cooled down just enough. And same with all freeze-dried foods, they still have that little powdery taste. Right, there's 25 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fat. This makes 522 calories. A vegan pasta. Tastes quite nice, which is good. But what I said was, it's not, obviously it's about the taste and how it is, but they're really on about the performance of it. So, how do you feel after you've had it? Obviously it's late at night, I'll be going to bed after this, but I've already been up by Cafra today. Came up here sweating, I've only had water, I've had a cup of coffee just now, and it's late. So I probably could have done with eating a bit more. Just had a pot noodle for lunch. So I'm absolutely starving. I suppose it is a good test, because if you're having a long day, you're not eating properly, and you're relying on this meal to keep you going through the night, and get up in the morning, have the breakfast, and hopefully we'll be fine. Because we've got to cycle 4 miles after we've, well, I've got to walk 2 miles down and cycle 4 miles back. It's not much, but it'll give me an indication of how I feel, how much energy I've got left. Right, I won't bore you with me eating this. I'm going to finish off, and I think it's time for bed. I'll probably catch you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. Well, that was probably the best night's sleep I've ever had. There was no wind at all, absolutely dropped off. I've just opened up the door, put some shoes on, and look at that weather. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, I'm going to get a brew on, get some breakfast, get all this mess sorted out. Right, so for breakfast, banana and mango. That tea I had last night was, considering the day I had, filled me up, so we'll see how this is. And also I'll get a brew on as well. Right, so this is the first time I've not had to use the mic in the morning. Mic's up there, and the weather's so nice that I don't have to. So it's a MSR wind burner, and I was fighting on with it last night. I didn't realise how much you have to open it to get the gas working. And the trouble with these is they need a light, as I'm getting so used to having that little clicky thing, that piezo thing, but these work differently. Don't know if you can see that. That's it going. There's a little wire that lets you know when it's warm, when it's heating up. I love these little separate things, because, you know, imagine if that was on top of that, it'd be quite unsturdy. Right. The other thing about this is it's so much easier to get it off the stove. That EOX one is a bloody nightmare. This thing just, because you've got like loads of different options, each one of them, you don't have to find the right hole for it to go in. And for the morning we've got, I forgot this was a double mocha latte. Perfect, half a litre. I think I might go back to my silicone mug. I got this for winter, you know, so you can hold it when it was cold. But now it's warm, you don't need it as much. So silicone one, you can hold it. It doesn't burn your hands off. Right, it's time to tidy up this little mess and then get packed up. Bit of condensation on the inside of that tent. I forgot to open the vent last night. You live and learn, you know. I'm just getting used to this summer camping stuff. As beautiful it is, you still got things to learn. Vent your tent. Right, okay, let's get this sorted. No, we're still good. Right, there we go. Leave no trace whatsoever apart from a bit of grass that's flattened. There was, I think, a guy camped here where I put my sort of vestibule. So I stepped back a little bit, or maybe it was there, but anyway, I just made sure it was in a different place. Just so, you know, people don't come and go, oh, flat bit, and then it starts becoming more of a camp. Because there's plenty of places around here. You can go up on this point, actually. To be honest, kind of wish I did. I would have got a better view, but it's still gorgeous anyway, whatever. Right, I'm going to head off down and try and see if we can find that bike. Well, that's probably been one of the best camps I've had so far. Weather-wise, location, views. Probably say every time, but as we're coming into summer and as I'm doing more wild camps, I'm spending more time choosing places. At the moment, I'm doing places I know. Sooner or later, I'm going to go further afield and I'll probably find some camps that are not quite desirable. In them situations, you just got to look at actually just being out there. You know, when I started doing the mid-camp, winter, you know, I think it got down to -5, which in the grand scheme of things isn't hugely cold, but you know, it's cold enough. You go with a different mindset, and it's just a kind of a survive the night mindset. Whereas camps like this, it's about peace and quiet, I suppose. Well, here's a bit of a review on this new talk stuff that I was trying out. It's actually quite good, considering yesterday, what did I eat? 2 Weetabix and half a sandwich. I walked up Blencathra and back down, obviously. I got home, had a pot noodle, and then maybe 2 hours later, packed my bags and came back up the fells and walked up here. Obviously, hydration has been a key. Took 4 litres with me and I've used 3 litres. And I had that pasta for tea. Was I hungry in the morning? I wouldn't say I was starving, but I was certainly wanting something to eat. So I've had that brekkie and I'm just walking off now. And I've probably got enough fuel in me to at least last to lunchtime. You know, I still feel fairly full. Yeah, so two of them. Obviously, my body's repairing itself overnight when I'm sleeping. That food's doing its work. And I've had the breakfast. Yeah, I could probably, well, I can't run far, but you know, I could probably do a 5-mile run and I'll be fine. You know, okay, some people can run 5 miles on an empty stomach, but I'm not a runner. But yeah, so I think for the price as well, £6.50 for one. Now, whether that's a deal that they're doing at the moment, if you buy, I think you buy 4 for £26, that could be a deal on the website. I haven't even checked it out. I literally went to the Mount Festival and said, right, I'll try these. And I'll give you a bit of a review, give you some feedback. Paid full price for them. I say full price, I paid that price that everyone else can get at the Mount Festival. but whether it's just a cheap mountain festival deal, we'll wait and see. But all in all, yeah, thumbs up for me. Right, down this little steep section here, so I'm not going to film this. Right, I nearly walked past the little path where my bike is. Right, here's the pending moment, the moment of truth. Is my bike still where I left it? It actually would have been better up here somewhere a bit further, but I wasn't sure. I thought I was going to come up a bit more. I didn't realise how not used this path is. Can I see it? I can. Right, just down there. I think you go around here. I think we're golden. I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't like to find this in the woods. You won't be lifting it up, wondering what the hell it is. Right, I'll get this untangled from the bike and get packed away. Okay, mission successful. It's time to get out of here. Yeah, it's all about the adventure, isn't it? Anyway, this has been Lost in the Lakes, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.